We're back with the Bobby Lashley season mode. We've been getting our arse kicked for 2 straight weeks now, so hopefully we can turn that around and do some of the arse kicking. Mr. Mark Henry, he has our number. It cannot be denied. He beat us in a single match, he beat us in a tag team match. He just beats our ass every time we get in the ring with him, but hopefully we can turn things around. I don't know, maybe we can get fucking Steel Chair or something as a tag team partner and we can use that to beat the shit out of Mark Henry. But at the moment, Mark Henry is just too good for us, too strong for us, and we need to try and see if we can do something different to defeat Mark Henry and try and get back to winning ways here on SmackDown. Bobby Lashley, Mark Henry to face off in a tables match, so interesting. A brutal table match. Mr. Kennedy has not been heard from since last week's incident. Mark Henry asked, well, Mr. Kennedy is my friend, and you know what? The world's strongest man doesn't like it when people mess with his friends. It makes me want to hurt them back, and that's exactly what I'm going to do tonight. Bobby Lashley, I want you to think real hard what I can do to you with my bare hands and think about what I'm going to do to you with a table. You ain't going to do shit, because we're going to put you through the table. Keep in mind, to win this match, we don't even need to pin Mark Henry. We just need to slam his fat ass through a table, so technically, that should be easier for us to do than, you know, make the guy submit or pin him for 3 seconds. So I'm pretty confident we can get the win here. Let's do it. Mr. Mark Henry versus Bobby Lashley. Main event of SmackDown. Tables match. First person to go crashing through the table loses. And it's our last chance, I guess, to build some momentum up before the pay-per-view. But oh, there's Mr. Kennedy's back. Well, he looks like he's got a concussion or something. He does look half dead. His eyes are glazed over. Like fucking ice, and those eyes are not good looking good.
Last week, I was the victim of an assault. Oh. Well, let me tell you, the man who did this is going to pay tonight. That's right. He's gonna pay. Mark Henry's gonna... Nobody does that to me. Nobody does that to Mr. Henry. Look, you idiot. Just stand there and be quiet like the Neanderthal that you are. And when it's time for you to do something, I'll tell you.
Well, this doesn't look good. Mark Henry, yeah, he just slams. He just slams Kennedy through the table. And the match is not over yet because Kennedy's not in the match. But Kennedy is already went through a table. So one table has already been used here. Hopefully we can put Mark Henry through a table just as easy, just as simple like that. But yeah, the Mark Henry, Mr. Kennedy, you know, fucking... tag team friendship didn't seem to last long. It didn't last long at all, especially with Mr. Kennedy's big mouth. He had a good thing going, having Mark Henry run about round for backup, kicking everybody's arse, but I mean, it looks like he just couldn't accept that maybe Mark Henry wanted to be the talker of the group. Maybe Mark Henry wanted some more mic time, and it's cost Mr. Kennedy there in the long run, because he absolutely smashed him through that table. And that's what we need to do now, as we take on Mark Henry. We need to put him through a table, just like he did Kennedy. There's a couple of tables around ringside, so we're not short of tables. There's loads of wood. We just need to put Henry through it. Big clothesline. Arm drag. Kennedy though, rake of the eyes, and Kennedy goes behind.
I'll never understand why Mark Henry resorts to the brutal tactics he uses against his opponents. He's already the world's strongest man. What's he got left to prove? Here it is, Taz.
Mark Henry then lifting him up, big spine buster, sit out spine buster on Bobby Lashley. Here we go, come on, big clothesline. Big drop kick Lashley here, trying to use the speed to slow down the Mark Henry. Probably not going to outpower Mark Henry, so it might be the speed tactic, maybe the best way to go. But Mark Henry with a low blow, that'll slow him down. That'll definitely slow him down for now. Lashley though, ain't selling it. It just gets right back up on a clothesline to Mark Henry, then over the top rope, and Looks like Bobby Lashley ain't wasting any time. He's got a sledgehammer. But Mark Henry with the counter. Lashley grabs it back. And he slams at him. He smashes him with it. Oh, and then big neck breaker. We've got the table. We've got the table. Oh, and Lashley. Lashley chasing after Henry now, but Henry running away. Henry does not want any piece of Lashley. Lashley smashes him again with the table. But now it's Lashley's got him up. Henry. And he just drops him on his knee. Big gutbuster there by Mark Henry, world's strongest man, showing it there, just lifting Lashley up in the air like a ragdoll. Lashley with the takedown, going back then to the table, misses it. And now it's Lashley. Damn it. Come on. Going for the Dominator. Boom.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off.
There go Mark Henry, he's got him in the corner. But Henry counters it, and Henry slams Bobby Lashley into the table. But Lashley then, again, he fights it and he slams Henry into the table. And now it could be Bobby Lashley. Oh, he just bashes his head. Straight. I could have put him through it. That could have ended the match right there. Henry though fights it again, and this time Lashley eats the wood. But again, Lashley fights it and puts Henry into the table. Oh, Lashley went for a big clothesline. Henry avoids it. Sidelock head takedown there for Lashley. Went for the finisher, but Mark Henry's no having it. And now Henry countering every manoeuvre we try and land. And again it's Henry with the rake of the eyes. Every manoeuvre you can use to cheat here, Mark Henry pulling it off. Henry now countering with big elbows. Elbows that stop Bobby Lashley on his tracks. Lashley went for the clothesline, he missed it, and again it's Henry from behind. Clubbing blows to the back, not a lot we can do about it. I mean, we can't do nothing. That's a good arm drag though. We bought ourselves a bit of time. Oh, not again, it's Mark Henry just... Well, Mark Henry with the world's strongest slam, he nails on Bobby Lashley. And could Mark Henry be about to go back-to-back victories then? He could have back-to-back victories. The table's disappeared. And a big clothesline for Henry. So this match far from being over then. Lashley kicks Henry off. Goes behind. Henry lands on his feet. How the hell did Henry land on his feet? And now it's Lashley's turn here to go and get the table. He brings it in. And now Henry wants no part of this. And Lashley's got him on top. Oh, and still Mark Henry. There's two tables here. On the outside. This is dangerous. And now it's Lashley pulling him over. Lashley looking like he's about to put Henry away though. Can we finally do it? We're going to the top of the table. How's this table not broke yet? Look at the weight here on this table. Lashley going for the DDT and he nails it. Lashley puts Henry through the table. And we've done it. We've finally picked up a win here over Mark Henry. Mr. Mark Henry tonight has lost to the destroyer, Bobby Lashley. Put him through the table, head first, bang! Good night. No kickouts, no submissions, just Mark Henry's big head going through the wood. It was a big win for Bobby Lashley. It's going to be followed in by a big celebration as Lashley picks up the W here on Friday Night SmackDown. Been a while since we had a W, so that tastes good. One week later. So what have we got here? Is this feud still going? I wonder what happened in the space of a week.
What's up, player? Looks like we've got some crazy stuff going on here tonight. Listen, during your tables match, Ken Kennedy came into my office and told me that he wants you and Mark Henry this Sunday at Armageddon. Now that sounds like a money match to me, player. And I'm sure your feelings won't be hurt if you get another chance to put your hands on him. So I'm gonna make it happen. You feel me?
So, Teddy Long then has booked a triple threat match, and it's going to be Bobby Lashley versus Mr. Kennedy versus Mark Henry at the pay-per-view. You know what? I'll take that. I think that'll be next episode. I'm looking forward to it, and it gives us an opportunity to kill two birds with one stone. Mr. Kennedy, Mark Henry, we can take both of them down at the same time, so make sure you tune into the next episode to see that one. But until then, it's been the Bobby Lashley season mode here on SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. Peace.